say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Good evening, race fans. We are live here tonight on True Sim Productions, bringing you the Crooked Line Racing, USA Firearms.com, Pro Dirt Late Model Series, a fan favorite series. I love this series. I would love to be out there mixing it up with these guys, but as a make good, I get to call the action and get to watch some good racing all night long. Love what we're doing here. Love that we're venturing over into the dirt side of things. Just got done with qualifying. Qualifying is actually still going, but they are wrapping it up right now. Getting ready to get heat races underway. See if we can bring up our tower shot here. You can see Sam Baumgartner put it at the top of the board with a 12.09 and a number 91. Steven Culbertson, a brand new face to the Crooked Line Racing Series, part of Sidebite Motorsports. He's going to be P2 with teammates Scott Smith and Jason Korn, third, fourth. Then we have last week's winner, Mr. Jason Raymond, in the number 44 and P5. A lot of talent out here. It's going to be fun. Let's see if we can pull up our race facts really quick. There you see right there, 8 drivers per heat. Heat race length, 8 laps, and then there's going to be a 50-lap feature. But to throw a little bit of icing on the cake, we're going to do a full field invert tonight. That means if you win your heat, guess what? You got the points, but you're starting at the back of the pack. Folks, I got a brand new mic. Let me know if audio sounds great to you, if we are too loud, too quiet, somewhere in between. Let me know, please, and thank you. We appreciate that. Shout out to Mullet Music Productions for the awesome rendition of the national anthem. Love that what he has allowed us to do here with playing that. MF Race Designs for all your paint scheme needs. Check them out on Facebook. USA Firearm for all your AUG accessories. USAFirearms.com. Top Hat Comics, want to thank them as well for being on board. Folks, we got just a few minutes remaining, and then we're dipping right into the heat race. Who's going to win a heat race? Who's going to start at the back? You see the track right there. It's not very slick, but that will change. As you see right there, qualifying has been wrapped up. It is now time to go into heat race number 1. We are going to see the likes of Samuel Baumgarten starting P1. Jason Korn's going to be second. Chris Carroll's in third. Chummy Mark Miller's in fourth. Brian Zimmerman's in fifth. And then the other broadcaster from Next Gen Broadcasting, he's out here racing with us tonight. Mr. Chris Paul Hamus in the 8 car. He'll be playing shotgun to the field. Folks, if you're unfamiliar with the inverts, just bear in mind, if you finish first in this race, with it being the first heat, you will be starting dead last in the feature. If you finish dead last in the heat, especially the first heat, well, you're going to be pole on the feature. 50-lap feature, only 8 laps here. Caution laps will not happen here. If they wreck, they all flip their cars, they better get them going. Go Talladega Night style, just trying to race to the line because there is no cautions during these 8 laps. See if we can get the YouTube chat pulled up. 10 to win with a smiley face. Cool little emoji in the chat. 10 to win. Shout out to you. Want to make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Thank you for joining us here on True Sim Productions. As that Chevy Silverado is leading these drivers around this track one more time, and then it's going to be green flag racing. Field is in the hands of Samuel Baumgarten, the 91. Got the TSP on the front of that car, looking sweet, if I say so myself. Let's pull up that top ticket for you fellas at home. Crooked Line Racing, the home for short track racing. And we started getting dirty here on the dirt side of our racing as that pace truck's making that hard left-hand turn on the pit road. As the green is out, bottom lane of Chris Carroll. Samuel Baumgarten up front gets a great launch, but look at Jason Korn in at 39, going to try to be a high side hustler. But you saw the momentum the 91 carried on the low side, and being the control car of that restart, got a great launch right there. As remember, you win this heat, you got 10 bonus points coming your way free of charge. A big, big, big game changer whenever you go points racing throughout the season. Right now, the 91 car looks to be the dominant car, but maybe Jason Korn is just kind of riding around. You see, this track is going to change drastically as the night changes, as the night prolongs. That track's going to change. You see it getting a little darker on the corner entry right there. Where you see that track shining at, that means it is slick, and slick is an understatement. You see Sam, he's putting that right rear right there to the edge of the slick. Top 3 have just currently broken away from the field. Tommy Miller back here in P4 though, that 06 machine doing a fine job. He's also running that high side. I think as the race goes on, we're going to see these guys start to move down, especially in the feature event, because that high side, it's going to get so worn in that you have to just basically go wherever you can to find grip. These guys being in the first heat, they are fortunate enough to have a somewhat fresh track. But white flag is out. Heat race number 1 is almost in the books already. Samuel Baumgarten in the 91 going to come out of turns 3, entering turn 4 for the final time for the heat race here tonight. Heat race 1 winner goes to the 91 of Samuel Baumgarten. Jason Korn brought it home P2. Chris Carroll is making it home P3. Chummy Miller P4. Brian Zimmerman P5, and Chris Paul Hamus in the Bud Dale Jr. machine brought it home in last place. Steven Culbertson is going to be the pole sitter for heat race number 2. Got last week's winner Jason Raymond in the 44 firing off to his outside. Jason Day is going to be sitting P3 with Caleb Sibbett in P4. Stephen T. Johnson in that 12 car. It's bright, it's pink, it's Pepto-Bismol looking. He'll be starting P5 with Mr. Cale Butler in the 64, representing Moza on it. Like it, good looking car right there for the number 64 of Cale Butler. Let's see if we can maybe dial up heat race 1 winner really quick. Samuel Baumgarten, you were live in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Tanner.
Sam, that first heat, man, you blink, you miss it. You started with the pole, and you never looked back from there. That 8 laps, did you learn something from the track right there?
Yeah, I actually did. I think it's going to be a low-running racetrack tonight. The car feels really good on the bottom. As you see, we ran the bottom the whole heat race. We're going to have to see what happens when the track actually slicks off, but I think it's going to be around the bottom the whole time tonight.
Watching heat race number 2 getting ready to go green as the green flag is out. I'm sure you realize there's a lot of competition, a lot of talent out here tonight, huh?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. There's a bunch of good guys out here tonight that we're going to have to watch out for. It looks like Jason Raymond just flipped.
Jason Raymond got into the wall. Folks, I apologize. The ticker's going crazy with the heat race formats. It goes a little wild. We'll just talk you through it. Steven Culbertson is P1. But yeah, last week winner Jason Raymond went for a wild ride. Remember, no caution in the heat races. Jason Days P2, Caleb Sibbets P3. And Stephen T. Johnson knocking down the wall. But yeah, Sam, so you say you think you're going to migrate down low as this track goes on. Not a very big track, and we noticed in practice, this whole thing will be slick after about 20, 30 laps. Are you prepared to be starting at the back since you won the heat and trying to deal with track conditions like that?
Well, I mean, we had that problem last week at Port Royal, so we needed all the points we could get. So we went out there for the heat, tried to get as many points as we can get. Starting in the back, it's going to be a challenge, man. I mean, it's just going to take a lot of patience and just rip that bottom, just roll it nice and smooth, and try and work our way up to the field.
Well, Sam, we'll be watching you in that number 91. Looks like Steven Culbertson, if he can finish this race right here, he will be your dancing partner back there on the back row of the featured event. 50 laps to get up there and do it. Good luck to you, buddy.
Thanks, Tanner.
We'll get Sam back down there with his race team as they're going to try to strategize and chat on what to do to get up through the field. You see timing and scoring over there, folks. These heat races, they just throw this thing all out of whack. Let's see if we can talk to Jason Raymond, who was actually, he was out there. He was starting P2 for that feature event, or for the heat race number 2, and ended up going for a wild ride. You see the checkered flag is out. Jason Raymond, quick thoughts on your wild ride right there.
I didn't even see the wild ride. Completely blacked out on my end, so I just kind of exited real quick to make sure I didn't mess with anyone else's race, but yeah, I don't know. I came out of turn 2 and everything went black on me, so I'm not really sure what happened, but we're going to get it back fired up and come back for the feature.
How many heat races do we have tonight, Jason?
3.
So this is the last heat right here, correct?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, well, good luck to you. Get you back down to your race team, let you strategize, and at least you're going to have a decent starting position for the feature.
Yeah, I mean, not what I wanted points-wise, but, I mean, that's true. I guess I'll take the starting position.
Right. You got to see the glass half full, not half empty. Good luck, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, folks, we're going to try to leave the ticker up one more time. We will have to work with this and see if we can get it to where it works for the heat races. It did this last week. It kind of just goes awry, right? Technology, you know how stuff works. You got Scott Smith, Blake Dipponette, Thomas Freitas, Dustin Lamb, Michael Wood are the last drivers in heat race number 3. 8 laps separates us from a great 50-lap feature event. $20 on the line, sponsored to you by USAFirearms.com. Once again, as green flag is out, it looks like the high side of Blake Dipponette got the better launch right there in the 01 machine. We're going to see if Scott Smith can rally back. He's going to look to the high side. Blake went down low. Looks like Blake is trying to almost protect the slide line right there. You see Blake's riding right in the middle of the track. Our top 2 have kind of got a little bit of elbow room behind them. Dustin Lamb, P3. Thomas Freitas 4th with Michael Wood in 5th right now. And we're going to get rid of the ticker, folks, because it's bugging me out, bugging me, driving me crazy. Scott Smith, he is there. If he wants to throw a slider, he can. Let's see if we can jump on board with Scott Smith, who is currently riding in the P2 spot. You can see, you cannot really see a whole lot, folks, out this windshield. It's hard for the dirt guys to really tell what's around them. And one caveat, one good thing that we have in iRacing that most dirt drivers do not, we have a spotter. So these guys, they will hear car high, car low, but what you see right there, that's what Scott's seeing. I mean, you don't really see a whole lot. You see the dirt comes up on the visor. You do have a button where you can tear the visor plastic off. But right now, I mean, Scott, he's elected to not use a visor tear off, trying to chase down our race leader in the number 01 machine of Blake Dipponette, also a newcomer into the Crooked Line Racing Series. As checkered flag is out. Heat race winner number 3 is the 01 of Blake Dipponette. Congratulations to him. As we're getting set to get our grid music on and popping. We'll see if we cannot maybe leave it on for the entire first half of the race this week, like we've seen to do many times before. see if we can get that music on and popping. We can indeed. You see Jason Raymond sitting pretty out front in the number 44. Got Chris Paul Hamus in the Bud 8 machine starting right there to his outside, row number 1. Michael Wood representing Blaze Motorsports. It's a Blaze Motorsports family affair on row number 2. You got Michael Wood on the inside, Cale Butler on the outside, with Mr. Brian Zimmerman, Mr. USA Firearms in the number 28, starting P5. Thomas Freitas is in 6, Stephen T. Johnson in 7, Chummy Miller's 8, Justin Lamb's 9, Caleb Sibbons in 10, Chris Carroll's 11, Scott Smith is 12. As we work down a little bit further, 13, Mr. Maple Leaf Muscle, Jason Day, Jason Corns in 14, 15th, Blake Dippin 9, Stephen Culbertson's in 16, and work in progress Racing Zone 91 of Sam Baumgartner. He will be playing shotgun to the field. As man, oh man, that's scary. I can't lie. I don't want to start last, that's for sure. All right, folks, let's see if our ticker's working now. SDK, be nice to us here. 50 big laps. I will be handling the caution, so every now and then you will see this pop up on your screen. Just know when you see that, I am handling business, but we will try to be as quick as we can, as now these drivers have to wait for the green flag to come out. As the green flag is in the air, it looks like the 12 car Stephen T. Johnson got a great launch behind these guys. Now remember, these guys up towards the front, they are guys that did not finish very well in the heat race, so they are now situated up front. As we're gonna go ahead and put it out. I like how that was looking right there. We're gonna put the caution flag out. We had a few different spinners right there, we'll call it. Looks like Sam may have gotten to the back of the 01 of Blake Dippin that. Go back and see if we can get that pulled up on screen here for you. There's a wreck actually happening in front of them too. Let's go cockpit with Sam here on the restart or the initial start of the race. See the 10 car get jacked up, nowhere to go. They get that suited and booted. Then they come in here to turn number 3. 06 car coming down, nowhere for the 01 to go, and ultimately nowhere for Sam to go. That's just a product of a lot of guys out there on the track fighting for real estate. We will see. iRacing may deem this as a single file caution. We'll have to wait and see. As the 01 and Sam, them two getting together, they almost got to work together to try to get back up towards the front. Same goes for Caleb Sibbett, Scott Smith, Jason Korn. They almost just need to kind of basically just work together. As green flag is out, it is a single file restart, and that's going to really allow Jason Raymond to check out on the field entirely. As we're seeing a little bit of carnage. 64 of Cale Butler going around, and we're going to put it out again for them, just because they need to kind of slow down, slow the road, get it together. Man, oh man, you're just seeing carnage out here, folks. Carnage. Let's see what happens here. Oh, Cale Butler with the wild ride. Watch that 64, folks, in your screen. Ends up going for a little topsy-turvy. Gets to the entrance gate and then gets spun by the 32. And then the 06 is coming in, hauling the mail. And I see the 91 of Sam Baumgartner also had a little piece of that. We did this a while ago. Let's do it one more time. Let's jump on board with Sam here. See what he saw at his windshield. Ultimately, just nowhere to go for the 91 once again. Trying to get the car slowed up, but brakes just don't work the best on dirt. As Jason Raymond, our man out front, I would say he likes seeing these laps click off under caution. Typically in the dirt world, laps do not count under caution. That's typically how it is, but we don't want to have a night where we're on the broadcast for 2.5 hours for these guys to do 50 laps, right? Because we are asphalt guys. So these laps are counting right now. Michael Wood going to be sitting P2 now. So we're going to see if Jason Raymond can get the launch he needs right here to try to set sail. As we got a little bit of connection issue towards the back of the pack there. Looks to be all good right now. You look at Jason Raymond, he is trying. Chris Paul Hamus may be going around now. as another big wreck. These guys cannot get a lap in. Cannot get a lap down right now. We will see. All right, just went down there and spoke with race control momentarily. We will not have another quick yellow. We are going to get some laps in right here, so these guys are going to have to just calm it down a little bit. It's a 50-lap race, though. They know. On these restarts, you got to try to get every possible spot that you can. And that's what you're seeing. You're seeing these guys just try to get everything they can out here. But that's putting them in harm's way, and it's putting their competitors in even more harm's way. I want to thank Top Hat Comics for being a series sponsor here on Crooked Line Racing as we're getting ready to get fired back off. Truck is off and Raymond is gone like the wind right there. Straight launched out of a cannon. You see back here towards the middle portion of the pack, they are just bouncing off each other. We're gonna let this go for a little bit though. They're gonna get out here and turn some laps now. The 91 has some pressure from the 53 of Scott Smith. I'm watching these two. Scott Smith was super fast last week. Just ultimately, he didn't win the race last week. He ran out of time trying to chase down Jason Raymond. But Jason Raymond, he's sitting pretty right now, has a huge gap behind him. He's going to try to go 2 in a row. I know Claire at home watching that'll make her smile, most certainly. We see a lot of good side-by-side racing towards the middle of the pack as, oh no, Jason Day, the 52 going around, going to get it, going straight. His Maple Leaf Muscle just kind of got tagged right then. As Michael Wood still doing a great job, and shout out to USAFirearms.com, Mr. Brian Zimmerman, holding down the P3 in the number 28 machine. But he knows he has Chris Carroll, Stephen T. Johnson, Steven Culbertson. They boys are coming. They are coming fast, Sidebite Motorsports drivers. They are quick as can be. You see the 10 car. Get a little door in action from the 13 there, 4 wide, coming off turn number 2. Oh, that may be going around right there. As Carroll's trying to get the car turned around. We'll put the caution out for that just because they did get some laps in right there. As that was crazy right there, folks. Let's go back and see what happened on the wreckage replay. I mean, 4 wide don't work in Talladega, much less at I-55. You see the 12 getting to the wall, and Carroll just slides up into the 12 right there. And then there's just magnets between them. Sam, pretty tough lick to the inside wall by Sam, and then right here, Carroll just could not get the car turned around quick enough. So that may be showing him as a lap down now. See if we can dial up Chris Carroll really quick. Have a quick little word with him. Carroll, you were live in True Sim Productions booth. You got a copy?
I got you.
It looks like every man for himself, and then you kind of got screwed. You couldn't get the car turned back around. Did you lose a lap right then?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
So is the game plan here, try to keep the car clean, fight for that lucky dog, and get back at it?
Yeah, that's all I can do at this point. I don't know what was going on there, but I was trying to miss it, and still getting hit under caution here.
Y'all are almost 5 wide, so I mean, I'm not surprised, brother. It was.
Well, the dude in front of me bottled her up, and I couldn't. I was trying to find somewhere to go by and get by clean, so
right.
I wasn't sure what happened there. It was chaos.
Right.
What can you do?
All right, buddy, I'll get you back down to your race team. Good luck to you, buddy. As we're back green flag racing here, Jason Raymond just sees a slew of drivers behind him. 3-4 wide here at I-55 Speedway. This track, it is known for multi-groove racing, and you are seeing it right now. Sam Baumgartner trying to make himself up to the front. He sees Scott Smith and Blake Dipinette. Blake Dipinette has been quick all night long. He is now up to P2. He's gained 13 spots since the grid, so he is definitely a driver you have to watch as he is trying to chase down our race leader, Jason Raymond, who is ripping the high side right now. Scott Smith back here in P3. The intensity is definitely ratcheted up now as we have 22 laps to go. Mama, look at the train going around the top. They are coming. Jason Raymond, he just needs to get out front and stay there. He's trying to get some room separated between him and second place. But they are coming, and they're coming fast. We're right on the back deck lid of Jason Raymond right here. You can see Blake Dipinette right there behind him as we're going on board with Jason Raymond here. Trying to do everything he can to get around this track cleanly, but fastly too. As 21, he is almost there. His 10 car of Lamb went around right there in front of the pack, trying to get his stuff sorted out. No caution on the speedways. We do have a battle for the race lead and lap traffic up ahead in front of Jason Raymond. You see the 01 really ripping the high side. Jason is trying to mitigate, get around this lap traffic. 01's going to send it in there deep. Blake's going to wash up, get to the wall a little bit. No harm, no foul, but that's going to allow Scott Smith now to also close in on Blake Dipinette. As lap traffic is playing a huge factor into tonight's event. See the 01 and the 44, they're just trying to pick a lane to go. They want to pick a clean lane and try to get through there fast. The 44, he better hope. He packed his lunch. You see the 12 car going around, no caution on the speedway. 01 is right there to the back bumper of the 44s. We now have 15 laps to go. Samuel Baumgartner and Scott Smith, they have both successfully made it up through the pack cleanly. As we got 3 wide back here, people putting some guys' laps down. That's the 39 of Jason Korn trying to get up there with his side bike teammates. 44 is going to go low, going to try to pull the slider line, slide right up in front of the 01. He makes it work. 01's going to try to do the same right here. He's going to slide up. We have a battle for the race lead. Jason Raymond with the crossover move here. Actually had the momentum needed right here. This is a great battle for the lead here as they are coming to 12 laps to go. You got lap cars everywhere. You got cars smoking. The 01 slider, he misjudged it. Raymond in the back bumper of him. There's so much action here, you can't even hardly call it. As I tried to look over in the chat, and man, oh man, you can't afford to do it. As the 01, he is there. Scott Smith, he is there. As it's going to be 10 laps to go this time by. 44 is doing everything he can to keep that car out front. Got a little bit of breathing room right now behind him, but not much. As let's jump on board with our P2 runner, Blake Dipinette. As you see, he's running that high side. Got a guy that's blown the motor up there in front of him. As a huge wreck out front of the leaders, we're going to put it out. As leaders involved, Jason Raymond went for a flip here. Oh no. Jason Raymond went for a flip. Got the perfect 10, action node landed on his wheels. But I think that's going to allow Blake Dipinette to have the race lead here. Man, oh man, what a wild, wild ride. So now Raymond, I'm going to pull him up. I know he's not going to be happy because of that, but it's dirt racing. What can you do? Raymond, you're live in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you.
Man, oh man, I saw him wrecking. I'm reaching over. I'm hitting the button. Put it out, put it out, put it out. Nothing happens. You flip during all that. Mind you. You lost the lead. Kind of sucks. You flipped. But your car looks fine. You're P2. Sucks to lose the lead. What's the game plan now? I know you want that lead back.
Just gonna try to see. I don't know if the car's okay. I mean, I don't know if I'm down on power or anything, but just gonna see if I can get it back. I mean, nothing I could have really done there. I was clogged up. I tried to do my best Tony Hawk impression for you, but
all right, well, get back down there. You're up front. Good luck, buddy. You flipped. That's awesome. Good job.
Thanks.
I mean, he flipped. He straight up flipped. All right, green flag is out. Blake Dipinette gets a great launch. I see the 39 of Jason Korn going to try to pull a slider down there. He cannot make it stick. 5 laps to go as Jason Raymond's going to drive it down low, drive it in there. Super deep slide job, slide in front of our race leader. We've got a three wide battle for the lead. Who can throw the stronger slider? That's allowing the 91 of Sam Baumgartner to get up there as well. As you have a 5-6 car battle for the race lead right here. Sam gets squished up into the wall. 39, 44, they're duking it out side by side here. Which lane will prevail? As advantage back to the 44s. There are 3 laps to go. Going to be 2 laps to go once they cross the strike. It is legit anybody's race. Jason Korn is right there on the back bumper. If you're from 4th place up, you can basically pull a slider right here and get this race lead. As white flag is out in the air, it don't matter what happens now. 39, Jason Corn's going to throw it down low. I think Jason Raymond may have it. Raymond may have it. He has to come down through here. He's going to block the slider line. Raymond out turn 3 and 4 for the 2nd time in a row. Race win goes to Jason Raymond in the number 44. Jason Corn brought it home P2, and Blake Deppenot in great fashion flipping across the line for P3. Man, oh man, what a freaking race. What a race, what a race. That was insane right there. Absolutely insane. That was awesome. What a freaking race. Man, oh man. I know this kid right here, he's going to be happy getting him another race win. Shout out to, man, oh man, shout out to Blake Deppenot and Jason Corn. Fighting their way up through the field. And got up there to P3 and P2. Just ultimately ran out of time. These shorter races are really benefiting Jason Raymond right now. Really benefiting him. He gets out front. He basically does what you got to do. You got to get out there. You got to hide. And that's what you're seeing. So, Jason Raymond, race win number 2 of the season. What a drive. What a drive. See if we can pull up our 3rd place finisher. Mr. Blake Deppenot. He was flipping across the line. I think we was getting ready to have a serious 4-car battle for the lead, and then the laps just winded down. But still, very impressive race. I hated all the cautions in the beginning, but I've actually walked down pit road. I am sitting here with our 3rd place finisher, Mr. Blake Deppenot, in the 01 machine. Blake, you are live in True Sim Productions booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Man, oh man, the car was wicked fast tonight. You gained 12 spots from the invert. Just ultimately ran out of time. Talk me through those final 10 or so laps, because man, oh man, they were crazy.
Yeah, I got up to 2nd there, and then there was a big old wreck, and the caution didn't come out, and we just all piled up in there. And then pretty much after that, I had a broken car, so it really sucks that we brought her home 3rd. I had a car fast enough to win it, but it just what happens.
Right, I saw him wrecking. I'm hitting the caution button like crazy, but y'all are already just piling in it, right? It sucks, but I mean, still, all in all, still a pretty good run. From you fast guys, the way y'all get around this dirt track, y'all do it in style. It's awesome watching that, and how y'all, at one point tonight, Blake, y'all were 5 wide. I don't even know if you know it or not, but y'all were 5 wide, and that was for 2nd, 1st place. So, as a broadcaster, man, oh man, I can't be no happier in that finish right there. Who we got to thank tonight, Blake? And I'm glad to have you out, by the way. First run with us. Glad to have you, buddy.
Dude, I just lost you about halfway through that. I don't know if you said anything important, but I got my team over at WFO, VLR, Majula Say Speed Shop, Rocky, Battenfield, Pierce Engineering, Bobby Arrow Podcast, WB Creative Designs, my girlfriend for letting me do this.
Right.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank. That's probably about it.
Well, Blake, sounds like you have a laundry list behind you supporting you, and I can see why, because that 01 was fast, just ultimately got into some trouble you probably shouldn't have been in, right? I mean, they just wrecking in front of you, nothing you can do. But still, glad to have you, Blake. Super excited to have new guys join the series. Hope to have you back next week. We're going to tweak some stuff with the cautions and maybe try to get those to be a little bit less and infrequent. But all in all, P3, your first race. Congratulations to you, Blake.
Thank you.
Absolutely, boss. Alrighty, folks, let's see if we can find Mr. Jason Corn down here in the number 39. Him, like Blake and Steven and Sam, they finished great in their heat race. So basically, they got punished. They got put to the back for finishing good. And Jason, he answered the call, but ultimately fell 1 spot short. But man, oh man, did they put on a show. My head feels like it's about to explode watching 4 or 5 wide for the race lead right there. We have actually found Mr. Jason Corn down on pit road here. Jason, you are live in True Sim Productions booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Man, oh man, I saw the slider there at the end. I thought you were going to get it. I may have secretly been rooting for you, even though I'm not supposed to. I may have been. just saying. Talk me through those final 5-6 laps, because boy, oh boy, it was a wild one.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Jason, I thought on the previous lap, he kind of bobbled a little bit in 1 and 2. So I thought if I dove it under in 1 and 2, I knew he would be thinking that he would block the slider in 3-4. So I didn't think that would be there. So I thought in 1 and 2, that final lap, I would try to at least get even enough with him that I could throw a slider in 3 and 4, but he nailed it, and I just had nothing for him coming there at the end. But it was a lot of fun, good battling up front.
Man, oh man, like I told Blake that I'm gonna tell you this: to watch you dirt guys, the way y'all can go in and out of traffic, using every lane, every piece of real estate on the track, and do it somewhat cleanly. Yes, you're gonna lean on each other. It's organized chaos, right? You're eventually gonna hit somebody and stuff like that. But the way y'all do it, it's bar none, second to none. It is awesome. That's why I'm so glad to have the side bike guys out here. I hope y'all continue coming back. I'm gonna try to clean it up. We're gonna do our best to try to get it cleaned up a little bit. A little messy to the start, but y'all put on one heck of a show like you do each and every week. Jason, who we got to thank for the P2 performance here tonight, buddy?
Yeah, appreciate that. Obviously, my teammates Scott and Steven and our teammate Josh, who doesn't get to run this league, but Side Bike Motorsports, we're just a bunch of guys. We literally just met here like we've met you guys, just kind of running here, having a good time. Been a couple of years we've been on, and we just enjoy each other's company. That and obviously Majula C Speed Shop. This is a fixed setup series, but we run their sets on dirt, and they are top notch. So thanks to all those guys as well.
Right on. You got a laundry list of support behind you, and I love hearing it. I love it. Jason, congratulations on your P2. We'll get you back down and let you celebrate with your team. And I know that win's coming. I know it's coming, brother.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. And thank you guys for hosting this. This is a lot of fun. It's a good group of guys.
Right on, buddy. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. All right, we'll get Jason back down to his race team really quick. And then we got to dial up the race winner. I thought he was lucky last week. I'm going to have to say he's lucky this week. This kid was flipping on the backstretch 3 laps before the checker flag ever came out. Flipping, mind you, flipping. Like, I can't exaggerate enough. Flipping. He was flipping. And he won the race somehow. Jason Raymond, you ugly son of a gun. Man, oh man, you're live in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you.
So, let's be honest here. When you were flipping, did you think the race was over?
I did, dude. I was talking to Jason over in the waiting room over there, waiting for the interviews, and I was like, I was calling it out play by play. I was like, oh, track's blocked, and I'm in it. Okay, I'm upside down now, and my race is done. And then got back on my wheels and drove away. So I was like, I don't know. I think I might be the only person that can say I did a kick flip in the middle of the racetrack and still won.
And won it. You were flipping. He flipped, and he won the race. Like legit head over tea kettle flip. But all in all, man, the starting up front really helped you out, right? That lets you miss most of the carnage. Obviously, you flipped, so you didn't miss all of it. But it allowed you to be out front and kind of just get out front and hide. Do you think you could have got up there starting in the back with those guys? Or that was a pretty big advantage, wasn't it? Starting up there by yourself, basically?
It definitely was an advantage. I think I would have been able to work my way up to like a top 5. I don't know necessarily if I would have had anything contending with them all the way up to the field and up to the front and battling for the lead. But I think obviously starting up front helped a lot. Had really nothing to worry about in front of me until the one incident where the track was completely blocked. But I definitely think for once in my career, the monitor going out and blacking out on me actually helped.
The monitor blacked out?
Yeah, like it shut off completely.
Nice.
Yeah, it was weird. I don't know. I came out of turn 2, and everything went black. All my sound cut out and everything too. So I was like, oh great. So I just jerked the wheel right and got out of the car as quick as I physically could, and then came back.
Oh, right on. Well, who we got to thank for race win number 2 in a row? Maybe starting calling you a dirt guy.
I wouldn't go that far about the third guy, but I got a lot of people to thank. Obviously, USA Firearms, presenting sponsor. Got to give a shout out to Brian Zimmerman and USA Firearms for their support. I got to thank you for doing the broadcast for us. I know you'd like to be out there duking it out, flipping some cars with us, but you take the time to broadcast. Then I got to thank my parents and my girlfriend for all their support every week. I got to thank all the guys over at 5 Kings Motorsports and all the sponsors we got over there. We got MF Racing Designs, thebuttkicker.com, Maconi Setup Shop, Savage Edge Apparel, Raise Energy, BAM Racing Videos, USA Firearms, Southern Signs of North Carolina, and then I got my my few personals. I got Tile Chief Floor Wall Covering, the Barn Package Store, and Mayhew Construction.
Right on, right on. It takes a village to build a baby, and he's a baby, but he's kind of a man now. We won't go there. Oh, Jason Raymond. Congratulations, picking up the second win of the season. Probably didn't expect to win one race in dirt, and damn it, boy, somehow you pulled off 2 of them. Congratulations on the wins, and we'll let you get back down there with the race team and celebrate.
Thank you.
Alrighty, folks, it's been a quick one here tonight. We are going to look to extend these a little bit, but I know the second I extend these, that's when we'll have 3.5-hour shows, so we'll see. That's qualifying results. Samuel, why you change all this stuff around? Go to feature results right here. Jason Raymond brought it home, P1, representing 5 Kings Motorsports. P2, Jason Korn, Blake Dippinets in 3rd. Scott Smith, P4, Stephen Culbertson's in P5. Samuel Baumgarten brought his 91 car all the way up to P6. Chris Carroll's in 7th. Caleb Sibbett's in 8th. Dustin Lamb's 9th. And Mr. Brian Zimmerman rounded out our top 10 here tonight. Folks, want to thank y'all for tuning in. Sam will be back live in action on Sunday night. We're going to Iowa for the Blazing Pedal Series. On behalf of myself, Sam, Terry, Jason Raymond, it's been myself, Tanner Marr, up in the booth. And until next time, we'll see you.